This Philadelphia Eagles team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
This is Clay Harbor. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
32 teams, Sean.
32 teams.
Save the worst for last.
The best for last. Super Bowl champs. I'm wearing my Super Bowl champs shirt. I mean, last we saw the Eagles, they were putting an ass kicking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Joining us in studio, one of two special guests, head of security for the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dombino himself, Big Dom, played by CJ Sullivan. What's up happening, Dom?
Hey fellas, it's Sullivano today. All right, I did some got a new 23andMe, just like the Bosa brothers. It turns out I'm part of that.
CJ has revealed he's Italian. CJ, show off the for people watching YouTube.com.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Italian patch on the side.
Yep.
He's got the Big Dom readers
on the shirt patch. Yeah, Sirianni and Big Dom have these huge, grotesque, massive Italian flag patches.
That was one of the best moments from the Super Bowl. Immediately, as they're walking out to give the handshakes, Dom pulls out the giant Italian flag.
It's like you're down on Wildwood right over again.
He's just raising the Italian flag.
And for those wondering what CJ is referring to, of course, we all know the Bosa brothers are Italian, but one of the aggregators decided to today point out that superstar pass rusher Nick Bosa has revealed that he is Italian. Bosa has very strong Italian roots. Nick's grandfather, Tony Accardo, was a legendary figure in the organized crime family known as Joe Batters, and was extremely powerful. It was an extremely powerful mob boss. So
he's one of them. He's a Florida transplant from Ohio. First, we're like, an Ohio Italian.
Yeah.
What's that? Dean Martin, I guess, a little bit. But
how the Italians end up in Ohio?
I know. Well,
trying to get away. Trying to get away.
There's a train system. But in all seriousness, I know this is a tough episode for you, Kramer. We're already seeing in the
not
chat.
tough at all.
That's why I wanted Italian up, kind of the peacemaker in the middle. I just wanted to arrange a sit down here.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Little sit down.
Someone usually gets whacked at a sit down. Right?
We got a special guest, not only Dom, but we have also joining us on the line from the Green family, my dad, who is a huge Eagles fan. Sweet hat, Dad. Thanks for hopping on.
No problem.
How you doing?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right.
We can.
Let's go Birds.
Now, last year you came on this show and said, I think they're going all the way, which they did. Now you've often say they're going all the way, but they actually did it last year. What was your reaction to the Super Bowl going 14-3 in the regular season? Any big takeaways from last season?
I don't know. I'm just glad they won. I was a little nervous going into the playoffs because I don't know if he really had it in him to put everything on his shoulder. So.
We talking Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts showed everyone.
But then showed everyone. Showed everybody in the end. So it worked out great. I was a little nervous.
So where are you at confidence level 1 to 10 on Jalen going into this season?
Oh, I think he's gotten so much better. If you watch Bird's Huddle every night, which I do.
No plugging other shows, Dad. Come on.
What is this?
Yeah, it's a great show. And he's really stepped up his game, and every
I like
every
this.
Oh, my
aspect.
God.
I think he's going to be better, and they might need him. I mean, I hope. Last year we got kind of lucky with injuries. I hope nobody gets hurt this year, because I
Yes.
think
Knock on wood.
we don't have huge depth in some of these areas. So, I don't
So
know.
Eagles, they're
I got to be honest, Sean.
yeah.
Your dad's a little less confident than you are this year.
I'm always extremely confident.
Well,
I'm
I
thinking
always
he
say
might-
we're going all the way, so I'm just changing it up.
It's almost like a little sick of winning. Need a low win total.
What
prediction
do
this
you,
year.
Dad?
We are
What
going
do you-
all the way. Go ahead.
Okay, just to clarify, we are going all the way.
Yeah.
What now? Their win total this year is set at 11.5. What do you think they do in the regular season?
I don't know. I was thinking about that. I figured you'd ask it. I would say realistically 13.
13.
Yeah, conservative.
Well, I mean, they were.
That might as well be an 8-9 prediction.
They
for
were.
Mr. Green.
I predict them to be undefeated, and they never
Yeah.
are. So I'm backing off of that.
Okay.
And then, now
Reasonable.
that I'm predicting they're going to win every year, and they do, I got to dial in my predictions a little better. So
All right. So
it's still
13 and
going all
4.
the way. I don't know. I'd say 13, 14.
Okay. We'll say 13 and 4 in the regular season.
Mhm.
Then going on a run in the playoffs. What players? Is there a player on defense you're excited to watch? Any guys you got your eyes on?
Well, I'm kind of curious what happens at the one cornerback there.
That is my concern.
Right? Yeah, nah. But that Jihad Campbell? Who's the new guy we got? He's kind of an edge, and
That's right.
and
Jihad
that,
Campbell.
The other linebacker. I want to see the linebackers play, honestly. So I don't know.
Jihad Campbell should be good, and then Zach Bond right next to him. What about the rest of the teams in the division? We know Dallas sucks, but what do you have? What do you have the New York Giants doing this year, Dad? How many games do you have them winning?
Well, like I said to Ryan, if they get 6, they'll be lucky. Maybe get their
All right.
money back on.
So 5
I
and
don't
12, 6 and
That's
11.
a play on the over.
Fairness, the only thing I watch is the Eagles all the time, every day, and I think about them, and I'm not that in tune with some of the other teams.
Well, I was gonna say, I
Appreciate
don't,
the candor.
No, I will be.
I
and
love
that's
it's a
why-
specialist.
That's why I
Right.
watch other games just to see how they're going
Right,
to
who
play
they're gonna
against
play.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean-
Washington, I was worried about them last year.
ooh,
So
I
isn't
wouldn't worry
that,
too much about
the
them.
Commanders. They have. I'm more worried about them than anybody else, really.
Yeah, I mean Jaden Daniels is good.
after the Giants kicked their ass week. I mean, everyone forgets that was a 21-18 game where the Commanders didn't score a fucking didn't score a touchdown.
What was
and
it?
I'm guessing because you're tuning into that Eagles show every night, you're not up to speed on Abdul Carter. Going to be a problem for that offensive line.
He is pretty good from Penn State.
Solid show. Birds
Abdul
Huddle.
Carter, Birds
Yeah,
Huddle.
Birds Huddle.
Nightly.
They're
Make
not-
sure you say Birds Huddle.
I don't think they're playing the Abdul Carter highlights. though.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Any other closing thoughts for the 2025 Philadelphia Eagles?
No, but we could sing a quick rendition.
Oh,
Okay.
Come
for
on,
sure.
Ryan, you know the words. Fly,
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3.
One more time.
Hit 'em low,
Hit 'em
hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles
For Zion.
fly. Eagles, fly on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles. All right, thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. Go Birds.
Chance, you could have chimed in there at the end.
Yeah, Ryan.
I'm not much of a performer.
I imagine that's like the national anthem at Birds Huddle every night.
All right, thank you, Dad.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
All right,
Salute your shorts.
Mr. Green, fantastic. What
There
a
you
great
go.
guest appearance. You should do that for all 32 teams.
Just comes on.
Yeah, we just
plugs
does
Birds
Eagles. Yeah,
Huddle.
'cause Birds, He has. I did see he did
I
have.
don't like this birds huddle.
Real quick, he did. He did have. I did see in the background on the monitor reflection. He was watching the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce.
Oh,
okay.
Is that
Go
what
ahead.
that
Oh,
was?
you know,
So-
we are going head to head with
so
the
he had
New
to-
Heights podcast.
He had to cut that short. So
And of course, the final word reveal in our 32 word contest, aka the phrase that pays. One lucky person will get $1,000 circa NFL future, and the final word is suck, as in they suck. If you've been playing along, so again, get all 32 words together. We will announce the link to send it in, but give people a little bit of time to collect their phrase. Send it in.
Yeah, we'll announce the where to submit it on the Sunday night first divisional preview.
Yeah,
upcoming.
which is coming up in a few days here. So we'll have the link then. You guys, everyone submit it, and then we'll do the drawing real close there after the division previews. Get everyone a chance to send it in, and of course you can send in handwritten entries that will completely be allowed.
I think we do the drawing on our final prediction show, which
Great.
is the last episode we'll put out before Labor Day weekend.
Perfect.
And then we'll pick up the future that first week when we get out there on Thursday.
I thought that's what someone left on your windshield.
Little
Someone
NFL
handwritten
future.
the message.
I did.
The
I
NFL
had a piece
catchphrase.
of paper
Printed out
on my windshield,
and
hand cut out too. Like
And that wasn't the phrase that pays.
No, it was
All
not
right.
the
And
phrase.
it had a link, and Kramer was. I go, Kramer, you haven't gone to the link? No, I'm scared.
I didn't
And
say I'm scared.
Oh, you go. Oh, it'll.
I just
hack
said I'm
your
not.
computer.
I'm just not going there.
I
Yeah.
went there and it links to this Google Drive where
Yeah.
this crazy person
Yeah.
was getting
I'm just
evicted
saying,
from their apartment.
I used to work with guys. There's certain links you just don't click on.
Right.
That's how you get the goatsy.
All right,
Some kids are probably too young to know about
goatsy. It's like
Defi-
right there with Lemon Party. I feel like
Give me
similar
that
time
link.
period.
Give Dom that link. I'll check it out
Yeah.
for you. Don't put anything on the
Dom.
computer. I'll come back. I'll make
Dom.
sure everything's all right
Did you
with
see
it.
the Dom sighting on recently
my
when
God.
Landon Dickinson got hurt?
Oh, he's everywhere.
Dom right there to help him off the field.
Let's talk about the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champs. They went 14-3 straight up. Who could have seen that? Oh my God, I nailed it exactly. 14-3.
Did you bet exactly 14? I'm sure you didn't, but
no, I
yeah,
didn't.
It's such a weird thing to bet.
Yeah, the exact win market. Now I should have bet some of these
Alts.
over alts, which stay tuned. But yes, over came in pretty easily there, 14-3. Kramer had them 10-7. He was incorrect. They were 11-6 ATS. Obviously, they made the playoffs. Obviously, they won the division. They won the conference, and then they took home the Super Bowl. I'll go back to that Eagles season. They were an astonishing 18-3, and they were still, I think, 1-2 in 3-point in some of those games. Like if Saquon Barkley catches that pass against the Atlanta Falcons, and or Hurts doesn't get knocked out of that Commanders game, there's a real world where this Eagles team is 20-1. Like the Tampa Bay Bucks game was the only game where it felt like a solid loss that they didn't have a good chance to win. Now, on the other side, they did have some, closer victories against some subpar teams that maybe they let hang around, but looking at this team, taking a pulse, like they still are pretty fired up. There is
The stat for you on that one, just how dominant they were. They only ran 68 plays all year when trailing in the fourth quarter.
That's insane.
Which is a league low by far.
yes. You look at Jalen Hurts, 16-4 against playoff teams. This is a pretty interesting stat. This is something that you advanced analytics people always like to come at Jalen Hurts on 3rd and 4th downs over the past 3 seasons, including the NFL playoffs. Hurts is the leader in EPA per play and success rate, which you would expect Patrick Mahomes to be the leader, but in fact, Jalen Hurts.
Also, just so you know, that does tend to regress.
Okay.
Like performance in general, offensive performance on, like you tend to regress towards your performance on 1st and 2nd down, not your performance on 3rd and 4th down. And that's generally how you measure for outliers. So that's a very interesting stat for you to bring up, and like regression indicators.
I mean, Mahomes is up there.
Oh no, certainly. I think certain quarterbacks are just good on 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah.
So some of it he gets credit for. I'm just saying in general.
I think this was this was like since 2020.
What I'm saying is you'd want to compare first and second down to third and fourth down. You're going to regress towards first and second down is what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Jalen Hurts is the fucking man.
Yeah.
And this guy wins a lot
Got a
of
little
football
lucky
games.
on the money downs last couple of years. I think
A little lucky.
I
Yeah.
think that's what the metric is saying.
No, that's not what the metric's saying. Nick Sirianni, a guy that everyone thought was a bullshit head coach, 48-20 straight up. You could say his first 4 years as an NFL head coach, is there? I mean, of all the coaching greats, is there a better start to an NFL coaching career than Nick Sirianni? Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not prepared to answer that question. He certainly had a good start.
I mean, he's been to two conference champion. He's won 2 conference championships, won a Super Bowl, made it to the playoffs all 4 years, and yet people act like he's this complete dumbass.
Well, who's the people though? Philadelphia fans. That starts from inside the house.
There are some who aren't huge fans of Sirianni. Sure.
Sirianni was more
But that's
hated
how he
inside the city of Philadelphia than outside.
He is
early
hated.
on. It started with Philly.
Right.
I listen to you talk to your Eagle fan friends,
And I always
it's a
defend
50%. He's got a lower approval rating than fucking
Oh,
Donald Trump.
whoa. Let's just whoa. We're champs. There's all the energy we need here now.
CJ gets to talk now.
Okay.
If they did not beat the Saints, I want them fired that day. By the way, if they were
So
2 and
CJ
3
part of
in
that approval
game.
rating.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will say this, though. And you're right. People go to George Seifert when you talk about those first 4-year coaches, but there's guys gifted things like that. He doesn't get the credit, but there's just no denying it now. And I was definitely a Sirianni doubter, if you will, because he does things in the public. First of all, just his boorish behavior, and his
Yelling at the fans, that kind of
his
stuff.
clock decisions were ridiculous at times.
He
you
had
know?
a couple bad ones. Yeah.
It's hard when you're not a play caller. It's hard for the fan to identify what you actually do,
Right.
especially if you suck at the timeouts, which
Yeah.
is what most fans think that all a head coach does is challenges and timeouts.
and that's the most visible thing fans sees. Go for it, fourth down. That's why for so long, coaches would not go for it on fourth down because that's what got you
They
fired.
wanted to get the heat.
Right, I will get you fired.
Play to not lose.
And he does it in different ways, but there's no denying it. I mean, now that you're right, his record speaks for itself. He has to get credit for what he did as far as Jalen Hurts getting lucky on those downs. I will say this about Jalen Hurts as well. Another one you can't deny. Super Bowl MVP, how he did. Those first 2 playoff games in the playoff run wasn't so great. He threw for a combined 250 yards. He took like 9 sacks. Like he would just take.
I mean,
he wasn't playing great. NFC Championship game, incredible.
Boom.
Super Bowl, incredible.
Boom.
Outplayed Mahomes. I mean, it's wiped away all the things. But he did. Some of his retractors did have points. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and I would, if as a Jalen Hurts defender, I would point out that Green Bay game. He was coming back from the concussion, getting knocked out. Your first game back is from a concussion is usually pretty tough. And then the Rams game, he really jacked up his knee, and then you throw in the snow. But he also kind of jump started that game with that 50-yard touchdown run to open things up. So, and then on the other, again, Jalen Hurts is a winner. You can say
he is a winner.
He doesn't do whatever it is. You don't think he doesn't have long blonde hair like Justin Herbert, and that's why you don't like him. That's fine. The guy wins fucking football games. And then on the defensive side, this defense was very good last year. I'm very optimistic about them coming in this season. My advanced numbers say this defense is going to kick some fucking ass. You got year 2 of Quinyon Mitchell, year 2 of Cooper DeJean. We had a rookie linebacker in Jahad Campbell, who I was expecting nothing from because he was coming in injured. All of a sudden, he's perfectly fine. He's going to be the day 1 starter there at the linebacker position. Nice bump there. You have Jalen Carter entering his prime. Jordan Davis has slimmed down, and you have new opportunities for some of these young defensive linemen. Your Jalix Hunts, your Nolan Smiths, Moro Ajomo, Okonkwo. You are going to get to know some of those names.
Chiggs brothers.
No,
Conquo.
it's like a Coro Conquo.
Okay, it's not. It's not a Conquo.
They probably are from a
Okonkwo?
similar county, but I don't know. He spells it slightly different. All I know is Myles Garrett went out of his way to dap him up in the joint practice. And you're going to get to know some of those guys' names Thursday, September 4th, when the Eagles raise the banner and begin their title defense.
Against the Dallas Cowboys, correct?
Against the Dallas Cowboys.
Jeffrey Lurie said that we will raise the banner and we'll let Jerry Jones hold the rope.
The thing is, I don't think Jerry Jones cares about.
No, he loves
He's gonna sign Micah Parsons. Do the deal that day
of course.
to create as much distraction from the Eagles as possible. Just try and steal the headlines.
Yeah, it's genius. That's all, but that's what he wants. The headlines.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if the headlines come with winning.
No, he doesn't. Kramer, you had the Eagles going 9-8. A spoiler alert: you announced their record earlier on in the futures process.
What I said was they are
9-8.
a 9-8 team.
Be nice.
I said they're a 9-8 team. It was not my official prediction there, but everyone knows what a 9-8 team is.
Smart enough.
All the ball knowers know.
So looking at the key departures, losing Becton. Becton played very well, but again, if you are going to lose anyone on the offensive side, right guard certainly would be the.
But he was
guess.
a big part of their run game, correct? I mean, that was kind of a He was a bruising.
They had a very good offensive line the year before. They're going to have a good offensive line.
They got another New Zealander. So it's like 350 pounds again this year. That's replaced.
Honestly, the name that jumps out at me is someone that I think they could miss is Chauncey CJGJ, who was the safety next to Reed Blankenship on the Eagles. Just in roster in general, the second quarterback and the safety opposite Reed Blankenship are like the two things. If I was concerned, I think that those are the things I'm concerned about. Like the rest of the guys, Milton Williams had a pretty good year. Josh Sweat was productive, but I'm optimistic about who's filling in for them. The second cornerback, and then if we're going to start the rookie safety next to Reed, that's a little scary there. But the rest of the guys they lost, I'm not that bent out of shape. And what they did in free agency, Kenyon Green, he's a little banged up. It's just kind of filling out the roster. Like they've done a good job drafting. We'll see what this safety Andrew Makuba out of Texas, the Vanilla Gorilla, aka Ty Robinson, and add him to the name of young defensive lineman. And going back to the Eagles, like overall the roster construction, like this is a very young team. Their average age is like 25.9 years. It's not like the Commanders where we have a lot of like old guys, especially on the defensive side. These are like half the rosters on rookie contracts on the defensive side. So I'm optimistic. My advanced numbers show an awesome season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Kramer, throw some haterade. What am I missing? Why should I be scared about this Eagles team this year?
You are very much glossing over what they lost, right? You lost guys that got paid, and in the NFL, like the free agent market, not everyone gets paid, and so whether you look at it by volume of snaps, whether you look at it by production, I think you can call it. I mean, it was very clever of you to call it lots of opportunities for these young guys.
Well, on the defensive line, I don't know if that's as true for the secondary.
But it's a domino effect. The secondary is as good as the pass rush allows it to be,
and I think the pass rush will still be very good.
That's my point. You're glossing over a ton of production lost.
Yeah,
for a bunch of young guys we've not seen.
I've seen them.
We've not seen them in the regular season.
Well, we've seen them in the regular season
at scale with a role where they have 60-70% of the snaps. We've not seen Jalen Carter get pushed.
What do you mean? He played almost every snap.
Yeah, let's see if he can carry this defense now and play all the snaps. Let's see if Jordan Davis can get out there for more than 35% of the snaps.
That's Jordan Davis is not a big. I don't
you
think
asked
that's
for the hate.
Issue.
You're glossing over losing your best pass rusher after Jalen Carter and Josh Sweat. Is that not accurate?
I wouldn't say.
So of the guys, Milton Williams and Josh Sweat did nothing for the team last year.
No, I thought they were good players.
They were a huge part of the rotation. Right. Specifically, Milton Williams was a huge part of that defensive tackle rotation, and defensive tackle rotations break down if you don't have them. And obviously, Jordan Davis isn't a guy that you can just put out there. I do think the pass rush production, lots of guys look good in shorts or in limited reps. Go out and do it. Like if this defensive line is the same as it was last year, I will be incorrect in my thought. Yeah. I think that is a domino.
They might be better this year. Honestly.
That then cascades and affects the rest of their secondary.
Okay.
I also think the offensive line. You're in a situation where you've lost both your starting guards, Although according to the Philadelphia doctors, meniscus tear will be back.
It's not a tear.
Meniscus injury will be back week 1, no problem.
I mean, that's what Adam Schefter says, right?
Okay. I'm just saying you now have injuries already to your offensive line. This team survived on not
Injuries
getting
is plural. Injury. It's
Sorry, you
singular.
lost one of your guards in free agency. You lost another to injury, and you were a
in
team
the
that
preseason. We'll see. He might be ready week 1.
the team was incredibly healthy last year.
Yes.
So
second
you were
healthiest in
not
the
getting
league.
second healthiest by and they were very healthy. No real serious injuries to any outside of AJ Brown. There weren't really a critical injury.
Mhm.
And
All right.
I think generally that's how you find good teams. What did the offensive line play together? Did they miss any games? No. Okay. So, year to year, maybe you stay healthy. You point out the youth. So that's a good sign for that kind of stuff. But I think and then you have the we didn't even talk about the hangover. We don't know shit about what the water in Philly does in terms of hangovers.
Okay.
First of all, it's water.
Water.
And second
Water.
of all, that's enough.
That's
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, that is enough.
Come on.
What kind of
It
show?
just-
What kind of show we
a little
running
bit.
here?
A little bit. You disrespected him a
my
little
God,
bit.
you gotta smarten up
I mean,
a bit.
Sean's touting Nolan Smith as a defensive player of the year
Yeah.
candidate.
Hey,
Played
hey,
50% of the snaps last year.
People leave. We get it. You win. When you're the best, they want to go off. They want to do their own thing. They want to get paid. They lost 4,397 snaps, as people like to say. But
They did.
They held the right. They held the right people. Howie, we trusted Howie. He kept Zach Bond. He kept the guys they needed to hold together, and we can reload and repeat as far as defensive line. I kind of agree as far as with Jalix Hunters. We're not as deep, but that's what's going to happen. Once you win this championship, everyone wants a piece of you.
I'll tell you a way you can tell if this team's in trouble. If Adoree Jackson and Azeez Ojulari are playing like in the rotation for this team,
Azeez Ojulari, I don't think he's going to make the team.
he shouldn't.
Losing CJ, losing Slay, losing Maddox. I mean, it's
It won't matter. None of it matters.
That takes a little bit.
I said the
toll.
secondary
Right.
is my concern. The D line, not as
The
much.
opposite corner because little Cooper, he's got to Cooper DeJean. He can't. He does. We don't want him outside by himself out there. We like him in the slot. We like him dropping back to safety. We like him doing those white angle things. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of which, we also lost Britton Covey, and as Easy points out, Britton Covey's gone. This team is done.
No, I don't like that at all.
He was. He's an underrated punt return.
I like that kid Covey. What do you run off
He's
to?
a good kid.
He go back to his mother's shop there.
All right,
They
let's.
had an easy schedule. I can continue. I mean, they're set to regress if you look at Pythags or estimated wins, which
You could at least say they're 8-2 in close games, but there's
Yeah.
a reason that's a style they play though as well.
well, and, true, yeah. But I mean, and you could. This is going to sound like a
I'm,
ridiculous argument.
I'm helping
but,
your argument
No,
out
but-
here just to get the show going along.
But you could really. Yeah, no, the defense. I think the defense was also carried by the ability for this team to control the offensive line. So there's two cascading elements where the Eagles will take a big step back that will cause the rest of the team to take a step back.
I got a question for this team.
The trenches and durability.
How about the offensive coordinator now? Kellen Moore, of course, gone. Now we got Kevin Patullo, who's part of the. I mean, that sounds like he's part of a Paisan with us, Patullo. But we'll
It's
say
a hard word to say for the Philly media.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It's got a bunch of weird syllables.
this is what I'll say about Patullo. Now, he's part of the system. He's part of the passing organization. He was passed over twice. They did have a chance to hire him 2 years ago when I got Brian Johnson. Last year when I got Kellen Moore. Both of them, Kellen Moore worked out. Johnson was a disaster. I mean, Hurts likes him, whatever. It's a waiting next episode. But that gives me a little pause, if you will, that they had an opportunity to promote him and they did not before.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean,
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm fairly closely removed from this guy. My college roommate, we graduated the same year, and he went to high school with him. So maybe make a couple of calls. And I'm not even worried about Padula. They also made an interesting quarterback coach hire. That Sean was, I think, touting at some point, or at least like sharing some breakdown content. No.
yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
Are you? I'm kind of gauging if you're optimistic.
I don't.
Okay, it doesn't
For a
matter.
Super Bowl MVP, no, I'm not terribly worried about whoever their their quarterback coach ends up being. Jalen Hurts has established himself,
And they're bringing back.
and yeah,
the
they brought in Doug Nussmeier, who from the MAC.
Yes.
Scott Leffler.
Oh, sorry, Scott Leffler. That's right.
Is one of the worst football coaches.
Yeah, he's probably a better position coach
I've ever seen. He has no idea. He does not know ball.
Well, that's why he's not a head coach anymore.
Does not know ball.
He does not know ball. I wouldn't want this guy 100 miles from my franchise quarterback. You bring him in to develop your quarterback. He's hired as the quarterback coach. If you want to study bad offense, go look at the Virginia Tech offense from 2013 to 2015 when he was the quarterback's coach and offensive coordinator. Horrible. This is if I was an Eagles fan, I would start a campaign right now to get this man out of the building.
All right.
Yeah, if that's our worry, then I'm all right.
Yeah, come on.
Now you're reaching.
I've given you.
Now your argument. So
You're getting,
let's just get
you're getting CJ to break character.
I know.
Kramer.
Come on. Even I'm trying to. Hey.
So then, as
Hey, you don't have a point here, buddy.
They're bringing back the fullback position.
Yeah, Ben Van Summer. Come on.
are they? They're gonna keep it.
Kramer's
Man,
hate
this
is always
is real upset.
Are they?
This is real
I'm
upset.
just asking questions.
Nah, I get it.
All right,
This
let's
is
get to the
upset.
schedule. Of course, this Eagles team preview brought to you by mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Get in there. Get over there. 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and condition. There is a rollover on the bonus, so read the fine print there. But get in the live betting, live streaming, new early cash outs. You get the deposits and withdraw with that sweet cryptocurrency. Bitcoin just hit an all-time high, so maybe I got a little Bitcoin pile's getting a little too big for its britches. Take it over to mybookie.ag. Get in on the action. Mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. That's right, Rhythm. MLB has been crushing it. WNBA. I know the MLB prop show. Those guys have been using that, and they've been killing it. Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton combined 14-0 using their smart signals on the unders there. Rhythm's great. Again, if you're not using some sort of data, some sort of machine learning nerds getting in the back there helping you with your plays, you're missing out because everyone else is using data and modeling. So you need to get your own model going. Cannot wait to build my own NFL model. Also, it just great conversation at a cocktail party. Oh, you know what? My NFL model actually agrees with you. 7-day free trial, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Sean, as people are listening to this, we will be in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm sure talking to other people about their models as well.
Yes. Oh yeah.
A lot of model talk. Can I just continue a little? The brain trust on this Eagles offense is out of control. Also featuring passing game coordinator Parks Frazier, someone we roasted when he was promoted to be the interim offensive coordinator with the Colts for a couple of years ago. You may remember that, Sean. He also officiated Frank Reich's wedding.
Okay.
Going
deep, but
I'm just the whole chain, the whole offensive coordinator, passing game coordinator, quarterback coach. They're all no-show jobs.
They all work for one man.
They're guys-
Nicholas Sirianni,
they're guys-
48-20.
The guys we can trust. I really think
They're made guys.
I really think Sean's dad singing the song tilted Ryan off of this episode. I think I think things kind of got
things went askew.
Wiring got, and that's understandable. But yeah, that he was holding on, and then that'll get the best of us.
All right, Kramer, let's do it.
All right. So last year they had one of the easiest schedules in the league. This year they have one of the hardest, fourth hardest, according to our numbers. They are favored 15 times. Only 2 times are they underdog. Of course, the NFC loses a home game this year. So 9 road games, 8 home games. The win total is 11.5. Juice to the under -129. Although I think that's changed a little bit in the past couple weeks. -375 on the make playoffs, +285 on the miss. Divisions -135. That's another price that's kind of shifted over the offseason. Conference 370, Super Bowl 750. Always got to ask the question: can they overcome the hangover and all of the selfish behavior that comes with winning a championship?
Well, in Philadelphia, Mummers Parade is one of the biggest days of the year there, which is New Year's
like
Day.
their costumes.
So that's what they do. That's how they handle hangovers. They drink harder the
yes.
next day. So with Super Bowl's the night before, we wake up the next day and we get after it in the morning.
Well, that's not a good sign for the hang. So you're saying the Eagles will just be drunk all season?
We're saying next year. Next year's the when the letdown comes and it's bad.
Oh, they'll make it through this season.
We call it sick.
We rally.
We call it sick for the week next year.
And we got all the way to the schedule without mentioning Saquon Barkley's incredible workload. Destined to not see the same levels of success or volume, probably not efficiency either that he saw last year based on the numbers. That's not my opinion. That's just facts. Anything you want to add? Net rest, they're kind of in an okay spot.
No, they did face the sixth easiest schedule last year. You're right by opponent, but their defense faced the highest percentage of snaps against top 10 EPA quarterbacks.
Oh, I like the way you're framing this.
42%. Which makes their top 5 pass defense look even better.
I certainly think that. I mean, we were fans of Quinyon Mitchell coming out. I had money on him to be the first defensive back taken, and Cooper DeJean was the ultimate like great value because he was hurt there.
Yeah.
No, and in general it's like when you hit on a rookie quarterback, that's already a very lucky or like very fortunate event. So to get 2 of them,
grand slam.
100% grand slam. Marry that with the pass rush that went off last year with all those guys they don't have this year. And I'm with you. I like that stat. That's a good way to push people like me back.
Yeah.
but
but you're right. This year they're they're going up against 10 of the top 10 9 of the top 10 quarterbacks.
I would also say that like Quinyon Mitchell's advanced analytics around coverage look good. Cooper DeJean, maybe I would expect Quinyon to have a better back like follow up season than Cooper DeJean. Anyway, anything you want to add, Sean?
No, I mean they did well against playoff teams last year. They did well against. I mean, it's not like they were just beating up on easy opponents.
Well, they won 14-3. They did well against everyone.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
because they had an easy schedule and they stayed very healthy.
No, but
relative to the league,
they played a lot of playoff teams that they beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were 14-3, of course.
Right. Yeah. But I mean,
it's baked into the record.
When you said they have a very easy schedule, teams like the Giants that they obviously beat both times, their win loss drags that strength of schedule down when they were going to beat the Giants regardless. I'm saying they beat teams like at the Bengals, at the Ravens, at the Rams. Those are 3 of the premier teams, and they took care of them.
Bengals weren't a premier team last year, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Good teams tend to have more losses on their schedule because they created losses. So that's what you're trying to say. They create more losses, thus the teams look like they were worse.
Yes,
and make their schedule look easier. So yeah, bump it up a little bit. They still had an easier schedule. First 4. I was just clarifying your point. I don't want the audience to be confused.
No, okay. So yeah, they were 4-0 against the Cowboys and the Giants. And so yes, having 2 losses for the Giants, that hurts their record. Beating the Steelers, playoff team, at Ravens, playoff team, at Rams, playoff team. At Bengals, not playoff team, but certainly a good team. So they did well against playoff teams. And then obviously they were 4-0 in the actual playoffs if you count those victories.
Per Warren Sharp, they had
against
the third
teams.
Third easiest schedule last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean they also were up 34-0 against the Kansas City Chiefs. So if you're saying like they were paper tigers with their schedule,
I'm not. I'm just pointing out facts.
Whoa, nobody said that now.
What are you implying by their easy schedule?
He's just saying,
it's a reference point because this year they have the 4th hardest schedule per Warren Sharp.
Okay.
See how we
Warren Sharp also listed Bryce Huff as a key loss. So I don't know what the fuck that guy knows.
Again, I think the number one thing you actually learn if you are in it deep like we are is that none of these people put enough effort into actually.
They get really mad when.
No, if you're making a preview guide, maybe preview it yourself. Read through it one time and chat. You know what? I'll give a shout out to Aaron Schatz and the Football Outsiders.
I
read that shit for years and it never had mistakes. There were never mistakes. Warren Sharp, Cleve TA. It's like they copy paste and move on. Like they're just trying to get that thing out.
Cleve TA is like first page on the NFL guide is his predicted NFL standings, and then he has the Eagles having the second best record in the NFC,
Oh, not bad.
but then has them as the number one
look,
seed in the playoffs.
I get it. It's hard and it's easy to make mistakes and it's hard to catch the mistakes.
No
lot
one
of-
gives a
but-
shit.
Yeah, but a lot of rollbacks. Editors
But
ain't the
I will say,
same and around.
when I gave him the feedback privately
Oh,
via
he didn't like
DM,
that, right?
it turned into a little bit of
I
an
see.
uncomfortable
A
interaction.
little personal.
A little bit.
Well,
little bit.
Oh, he was a little disrespectful to you in your DMs a bit.
I, you know,
You a little curt.
little bit.
it's funny like a clown, perhaps.
Salted a little bit.
All right, first four. Of course, as Sean has mentioned, this year they open on Thursday night
Yes.
against the Cowboys.
Ship it.
Number is 7. Although I think has this moved? Has it come back in?
Oh, it's still hanging 7.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. I saw it went to 7.5 at a point. It came back. I'm sure Micah Parsons, is he worth anything on the number?
He should be. I think so.
Like a point or two.
But then you got Dickinson to kind of offset that.
Not worth. But as much as I would like to use it as a reason why the offensive line will take a step back, Landon Dickinson's not worth anything.
Good for the tush
point
push.
spread. Yeah, but it's not worth anything on the point spread at Kansas City. So that is nice to get those couple extra days there. Then you have the Rams at home, and then at Tampa Bay. I mean, they really just. I don't know what this is other than like, hey, let's really load up on teams the Eagles played last year in the playoffs right up front. The schedule makers got to do a better job with this stuff.
Yeah, I mean Tampa Bay for whatever reason always has our number. We'll see.
That's a ridiculous stretch. I mean, I'm fine with the Eagles having a tough stretch.
No,
on
they're
the schedule.
Super Bowl champs. It's tough, but raising the banner.
It seems like all these NFL schedules, though, like you were saying before, like all these explosive games are up front, like which I don't like.
But
You know
also,
what I mean?
you
Like,
set that up just to have them play the Giants twice in 3 weeks.
that's what I mean. And like
fucking-
we have 4 crazy games like that. And KC and like Buffalo has their two tough games, like versus KC and
I don't like it,
Baltimore.
Sean.
It's like all in September.
You know what? I think I'll make a schedule next year for the
great.
commission.
Yeah.
And
I saw these.
the mock
I
schedule
fell
release.
down.
Guys.
Yeah, they have a mock schedule release where like they would come up with their own schedule and give it out, and then they would grade who was closer.
Sean, next year you leak the Eagles schedule. I'll
Yes.
leak the Giants schedule.
I was going to say I've been listening to all 32 team previews, and congratulations on making number 32. But at first I thought the phrase that pays was, "Will AI make a damn
Yeah,
schedule for the NFL?" Because I hear that every episode.
It's just something that
Kramer loves hammering that
I'm pretty
point.
sure
I
AI
like
could help.
I like
He's a
having
big AI advocate.
I like having
listen,
a cause. I like that.
Hey AI,
You got to believe in something.
Here's the first rule: you can't play the same division opponent twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. And Eagles Giants aren't the only ones that like do that.
No, they do it all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, the Eagles do it twice,
Right.
and I don't have a problem. I mean, honestly, the thing with that this really fucks up, specifically in this case with the Eagles, and then we'll get back into our predictions. But when you play a team twice in a 3-week stretch,
Mm-hmm.
like the intent of playing your division opponents twice, I think, is to create like that competitive balance. Each team gets a chance home and away. When you have them right back to back, you're not getting enough like seasonal variance, in my opinion. Again, I would have advocate for a opening 2 to 3 game stretch where you have no divisional games, and you have a divisional window for 3 weeks where every team plays divisional games for 3 weeks, 4 through 6. And then you come back to that weeks 15, 16, 17. Boom. You get the divisional game out of week 18 because that, you're going to probably create more meaningless games, but that's fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
First 4.
I'm watching either way. I'll go 3-1. The Eagles do.
No, but you don't like you would much rather play division opponent once in the first half of the season, once in the second half of the season.
Of course.
Yeah, I think breaking it up makes sense.
Running it back 2 out of 3 weeks is crazy. It's like a basketball home and home or something. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that Rams playoff game was very good. And unfortunately for the Chiefs, the Super Bowl was not competitive, but I'm sure I'm sure the NFL is hoping for a more competitive matchup in
But
week 2.
it will be.
I think they go 3-1 at Tampa's always been a burr in our saddle, and
Going to Florida early, you like to take the Florida teams.
yeah,
there.
I think that might end up being prime time off the top of my head. That
No,
might
it's
be-
a 10 a.m. kick.
Oh, okay. I don't like that game, but I do think they don't. Jalen Hurts undefeated at Arrowhead.
It's going to be a thermometer game.
It could. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully it's cooled off. But Rams at home, they're gonna have a chip on their shoulder. But the Stafford back stuff does not look good. Dallas at home does not scare me. So I'll go 3-1 because they could lose one of those road games. CJ, what are you doing?
Dallas, we don't even talk about that.
Yeah,
of
come on,
course,
forget
that is a
about it.
destruction. Super Bowl rematch, Andy Reid. Now they'll both will be having 10 days, right? Because they're coming back from Brazil. Philly's playing
Technically,
Thursday.
the Eagles will have an extra
A little
day.
more, but Kansas City have enough time. They got enough time to get themselves right. I'll give Andy Reid in the Super Bowl. I'll give him out of respect. I'll give it to Andy Reid there.
Out of respect. With all due respect.
Yeah, Rams. Now, as we know, Jared Verse has his date circled in his calendar, Sean. So they will not forget when this game is.
Yes.
They all know when the game is, week 3 game is, because it's circled on the calendar. They're going to put a beating on the Rams on that game.
It's a back-to-back road spot for the Rams.
Yeah,
as well.
I love the beating on that because they think they're owed something. They're owed revenge. There's been no bigger overhyped story of how close the Rams came to beating
One
the Eagles.
play
Oh
away.
my God! If Blankenship doesn't drop that pick, they win that thing going away.
Yeah,
We missed
come
extra
on.
points. It doesn't matter. Point is, I'm still going 2-2 because we never win in Tampa Bay. That's just the way that is.
2-2. And
2-2.
I do. Eagles did lose week 2 at home against the Falcons. That was a weird game, but
We
I think
started out 2-2, almost
Yeah.
2-3 if Dallas Goedert play doesn't save the season versus Saints.
yeah. So, but I do think there is something about the game after Brazil might be a tough spot for the Chiefs. But Kramer, what do you have?
We
the Eagles
also got
going?
to see the super team of Padula, Frazier, and Leffler, and see how that offense looks early in the season. I'll also go 2-2.
2-2 for Ryan.
Then we have the Eagles catching Denver at home. Always nice to have Denver in your building. Then a back-to-back road spot.
Giants are a home game.
Back where you have a back-to-back road spot. Where the at Giants at Minnesota, so up to the spaceship for the second one, and then back to New York to take on the Giants a second time in 3 weeks. Congratulations to the schedule makers. They did it. They've done it again. And the first Giants game is a Thursday night game in Philly.
4-0.
This is an interesting thing. I know not to peek one more game ahead though, but since you mentioned the schedule,
Yeah.
those 3 games, Minnesota, Giants, and then the Packers, that's 3 games over 32 days because of the bye in there and the way the schedule's pushed out by the schedule there. They have over a month for these 3 games. It's just an absurd way to lay things out, which makes me like that. No sneak ahead there to week 10 there, but
I see what you're saying.
yeah. So I'm liking the Denver dub, no problem. Giants dub, no problem. You know what?
Hey, really on a short week.
I don't like the Justin Jefferson situation. I never forgave Howie for that, even though he's the best general manager in the world. Taking Jalen Reagor. The short week of Denver Giants. If they were to lose the Giants, to be that they do the stupid things like those ones at home. They don't do the ones in New York. Although they might. It's Saquon's just too dedicated to it.
Is he still
he's gonna
healthy at
crush
this
him.
point?
I watched a video last night of some of his highlights, and he was still shocked and almost appalled that the Giants fans booed him for the entire game. Couldn't believe such a situation that all he's did lay on the line for that. Meanwhile, that owner should get more shit for letting Xavier McKinney, let alone Saquon Barkley. Point is,
Give Xavier a season. Well, that'll work itself out. The second there's a little friction there.
he should also lose some sleep for that. As I'm saying, I know I really don't. And as much as a mismatch it is against the Giants, I don't like saying you're going to sweep a team 2 out of 3 weeks, especially a division rival. And I do have that Minnesota.
Saw a stat that
Is it a rivalry if it's not competitive?
I mean-
People always have that debate.
Yeah, what are the numbers? It's something like 12 out of 13 kind of
Yes.
situation.
Not been a good run for the Giants.
Saw a stat about Jalen Hurts not being very good, being great under pressure, but not being very good under pressure when it's only 4. Abdul Carter and the Giants front 4 could be a problem.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just only needing 4.
Right.
It's probably 2, and I'm seeing a 2-2 here.
It's a close 2-2
Denver
situation.
Denver has a look out to a London game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Denver's getting smacked.
I was making sure there wasn't a note on the Minnesota. Minnesota's coming off the bye, so that is a
Minnesota
Eagles on 10 days rest.
Yeah.
Vikings off the bye.
Minnesota have as an L.
The Vikings. You know what? I do think the Vikings beating the Eagles is like like just for social media standpoint would be pretty excellent. 2-2.
2-2.
I'm seeing a 2-2. So
So-
4-4 into the bye.
CJ officially
3-1.
3-1. So
Could they wake
CJ
up? Could they wake up and have a little the hangover? Wake up after the bye? Maybe.
Go and they have the perfectly placed bye after 8 games. I have the Eagles going 7-1. CJ 5-3. Kramer 4-4. Next 4, Kramer
At Green Bay, as CJ just mentioned, they're going to be a rested bunch. At this point.
32nd day of 3 games. And this is a Monday nighter?
This is a Monday nighter.
Yeah.
Then you have Detroit at home, at Dallas, and then Chicago on a short week there for Black Friday.
Oh.
I mean that seems like a tough spot for the Bears. Probably not going to take the Bears in that spot.
Yeah.
Green Bay has revenge on the mind. Are we worried at all? Jordan Love already banged up.
This is the tush push game though.
Oh yeah,
This is the one.
I mean,
they tried to get this banned. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to be going to that game. So smash the Jalen Hurts anytime touchdowns for that Monday night game there in Green Bay.
I love this game. This is one of my favorite games on the schedule.
I think
Green
Just
Bay
look ahead.
or the Dallas or Detroit, Green Bay.
The Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think I actually do think they slip up against Detroit. I think they go 3-1 in this quadrant because I think the short week coming back at home against Detroit, I could see that being a game.
That's
they
Sunday
randomly
night at
mess
the
up.
Link, isn't it?
Is that a Sunday night?
I thought. Did I not say Sunday night? I thought I did because you have it's
Packers Monday night.
Yeah, it's Monday night and then Sunday night in Detroit.
Either way, I wouldn't consider that a
I don't know, it's like
slip up. I mean, Detroit also is coming out wanting to prove that they are the best team in the NFC as well. I mean, so losing there's no shame in losing to Detroit at home.
2-2?
Slip up.
3-1.
What do you got? Dallas and Bears. Yeah, 3-1. No
Yeah,
doubt.
3-1 for CJ, 3-1 for me. Ryan,
3-1.
3-1. 7-5 for Kramer, 10-2 for me, 8-4 for CJ.
Yeah, that Black Friday Bears game. You're right. Just a bad situation for the Bears that night. The Bears played on the Eagles. Was it Thanksgiving or Saturday at night a couple years ago?
What was it?
It was Bears at Philly.
Yeah.
And I think it was a holiday, and it was at night. 'Cause I remember because I had brought my then wife, who was a Bears fan, dressed in in Bears gear.
Oh no!
And the only thing that saved her,
That sounds dangerous.
I know the only thing that saved her besides me, of course, being chivalrous, was the fact that the Eagles were up. They blew them out by like 35 points. So when it gets that much, they get almost like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, like they get disinterested in calling Jay Cutler a pussy or something like that nature, you know.
Last 5, Kramer. What do we got?
But it was ugly. I'll just say that.
Last 5. At Los Angeles for a
home game,
road home game.
So Lincoln
Monday,
Financial West.
That's Monday night. Right?
Monday night though. Will that affect the amount of Eagles fans out here?
No, they're flocking.
Oh, I mean, there might
it's
be
not
more.
Just not being a weekend. That's all. I don't know if that affects that.
No.
Monday night is their Saturday.
Yeah, if you're-
No, I'm sure for most people, probably easier to get away on the weekend.
These are idiots with nothing
Yeah,
to
if you're
lose,
flying-
nothing to
But
gain.
they can afford to fly out to LA.
This is what
Yeah.
they plan. They plan their work vacations around this stuff.
Then you have the Raiders coming to Philly, which that seems like a bad spot.
Dome team in December.
Bad team.
Yes, sir.
Or bad spot. Then you have at Washington, at Buffalo, back-to-back spot here. The Washington game is on a Saturday. Buffalo game is on a Sunday, and then I think the Washington the Week 16 Washington game is flexible in some way.
Yeah.
And that maybe even like flexible across Saturday and Sunday. And then you have the Week 18 game against Washington again.
If I know these,
Sean, go back and make me 2-2 in the last quadrant.
Okay.
Who would you give a Dallas victory to? I thought
Green
they
Bay
were.
and
I thought they were
Detroit.
0-17.
Green Bay and Detroit.
Yeah, come on, Kramer. You're
There's-
painting yourself into a corner here.
Dallas doesn't. I couldn't find a win on their schedule.
Oh man! If I know the Eagles, which I know for raised and grown up there as the Eagles, that Raiders could not be a more flagrant Eagles loss there. That's an easy loss, outright loss.
Really?
That's the typical Carolina game from last year. Packed in a
They win those
sandwich.
games now.
I mean, someone drops the ball, they win it. Right
Yeah.
now it does. It is
That's
weird.
why I like Xavier
I
Leggett.
know it is weird how it's turned how they somehow win those games, but that's a typical flat spot Eagles game that they lose. I mean, that's to a T right there. I'm locking in at 10.5. I'll tell you that right now. So my goodness, coming back from West Coast off a Monday night from the Chargers with Washington ahead of you on a Saturday.
It's a great point, CJ.
My God,
Yeah, they might not cover, but I
It's
still
a
think they
sandwich
get the
spot.
outright win. A dome team outdoors. Come on. CJ, what do you and you as the Dom, you are the sandwich expert of finding sandwich spots.
get the best. Everyone likes cousin Little Nicky's. I like Big Nicky's next door. If you go around back,
Get the
they
roast
the-
pork. That's the real
They get
secret.
prosciutto. You tell them to dip it. You say baptize it. Well, obviously the Charger. It's a party out here in LA. We were at the experience
Oh,
with the
it's great.
Rams
That's a
thing.
win,
So
right?
if that isn't dominant win, that's going to be a big dominant win. If you will.
Can I give you an additional reason why it's a win?
It's a Domenheimer.
Chargers have the Chiefs on deck.
Oh, yeah, the Chargers going to want no parts of that stuff, and they nor should they. Come
I'll
back.
give the Eagles a win. Then.
Yeah, win that Chargers. Loss versus the Raiders.
Okay.
Revenge game at Washington. Win. Lose that Buffalo game, and then if we need to, we'll win the Washington
if?
game. I mean, I don't see how that division's still a
So you're
factor
saying
at
this
that
is
point.
a 3-2?
Yeah, I'll give you 3-2. Right?
3-2. CJ clocking in at 11-6.
I just missed that.
Yeah, I mean that last three, I do think Washington's a little overrated, but that last three games of at Washington, at Buffalo, then Washington
Split,
at home, if we need that, I think that stretch there's one losable game in there. I will go 4-1 to have the Eagles finishing off their season there. Kramer,
One losable is great.
one losable game in that 5-game stretch.
Washington, Buffalo,
So
Washington.
I'll say I was gonna go 2-3, but I'll say 3-2.
3-2 to you Ryan, look at this. You're exactly 9-8.
Oh!
Who saw that coming? All right, we're gonna talk best bets for your Philadelphia Eagles. Before we do, shout out to Circa and the Circa Million, Circa Survivor. I'm sitting next to a gentleman, Big Dom. Domenheimer's gonna be nuking the
right.
Circa Survivor, 15 million guaranteed. Although that thing's gonna be like 20 million up for grabs. If you're playing one Survivor contest, it's got to be Circa Survivor. Imagine you win Survivor and you're only playing for like $10. That's you would feel bad. So
Put yourself in a locker.
Circa Million, picking 5 teams against the spread. This is again, if you consider if you think you know ball, this is like I would argue that kind of one of the premier NFL handicapping contests, to the point that when these nerds are having fights online, they're like, well, I'll play you heads up in Circa Million. This is what they go to because
Settle it, yeah.
it truly is. You're going up against the best in the world. If that intimidates you, maybe these contests aren't for you. Circa Grandissimo, 100K entry fee. There are 16 confirmed entries, so already a 1.6 million prize pool. Derek does a great job. Doesn't take any rake. It's all for the love of the game, which you gotta love.
2 max enters in the Grandissimo.
And 2 entries is the max.
Yeah.
So that's that is fun.
But
and
I'm saying 2 people have max entered. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying you can max entering is 2 entries,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of low class. to Only got one Grandissimo.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have. I kind of almost would have preferred a single entry, but you know.
Yeah, some people. That's going to be an interesting contest. We'll see. Kramer put out 37.5 as the total entries. I thought it would be lower. I thought it was going to be like 20, 21. Obviously, at 16, they're already looking to smash that pace there. Promo code SGP15 get you 15% off the Circa, the D, Golden Gate. Why would you not want 15% off these great properties downtown? And of course, when you're signing up for the contest, you need a proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP. Get you $50 off your proxy fees. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. Last but not least, Underdog. Best Ball Mania is happening. I'm just smashing the draft button on Jalen Hurts, coming back with a revenge angle. Everyone disrespect him. He's going to be running in the end zone a bunch. Great pickup there in fantasy, and of course you can play some pick'em entries. I already put in one pick'em entry for Thursday night. Let me pull this up. Because again, I mean, it's a great way to get some bonus sweats here. The higher, lower. When you use our promo code, you get a nice deposit match up to $1,000. And let's see. Yes, I have Jalen Hurts higher, half rushing and receiving touchdown, and Dak Prescott lower, 242.5 passing yards. Nice little three something X multiplier there. Underdogfantasy.com promo code SGPN. Kramer, I'm gonna have you go under. I'm putting down under 11.5 wins for you for the Philadelphia Eagles. What other bets do you have for the Eagles?
Let's see here. Well, do you think they make the playoffs at 9-8, Sean?
I think they make the playoffs.
I'm debating if I want to play
I don't think
miss or the alt under.
You're gonna have to ask someone else for your help on that because I'm not helping you with your.
I'll let the chat chime in. Do I play the under 9.5 plus 225, or do I play the miss plus 285? 225 on the under 9.5, 285 on the miss playoffs.
I'd say if you're asking genuinely, it'd have to be the under.
Yeah,
only because the NFC is so.
All right,
they're mid.
Put me down for that, Sean. Under 9.5 plus 225.
Okay.
Put me down for Saquon Barkley under 11.
Sorry, under 9.5 is what?
Plus 225.
Okay. Saquon Barkley
under 11
over
under 11.5 touchdowns.
Under
minus 110.
So you think Hurts is going to get them all?
Possibly. That's one way it happens. Another way is the lack of efficiency and wear and tear on his body from the extreme workload he was put on last year and now through preseason.
He's a tough kid.
Under 1,425.5 rushing yards.
Oh wow. 1,425.5 rushing yards.
Yes. Did I stutter?
No, I'm just confirming.
Sorry,
you can write it in the sheet if you want.
No.
It's like Kwanzaa.
We're also going to do Eagles to finish in second in the division, plus 215. You know you kind of like that one, CJ.
I like the Giants coming in second, actually, as my long shot. Second.
Okay.
I'm playing Philly first, Giants second, 1-2, and then.
And just to remind everyone, Giants 1, Eagles 2. I don't. My price that I got was 10-1. I don't have the current price, but I'm pretty sure it's similar.
Yeah.
that you can go back and listen to the Giants episode if you want.
And if you play all four, it's like one's like 26-1, the other one's like 18-1.
And with that, I can take a pause here and let you give out some optimistic.
Well, let me bounce it out before this seesaw tips over here, for crying out loud. How about Saquon Barkley over 275.5 receiving yards? Receiving yards. I like Saquon. I think they said they want to throw him the ball more. They want to get him involved more in the pass game, and it'll help. Obviously, not just running him into the line. 275.5 is a very achievable number. For the season now.
Okay.
Out loud. I couldn't find a Dallas Goedert number. I did like his. I
feel like they're slacking on a lot of the.
A lot of those numbers. He is 35-1 to lead the NFC East in touchdown receptions, though, which is a nice, like to me, like a little sprinkle. We were just talking about if we're going to do a future bet, do something they're going to remember. They're going to come back with.
Goddard is certainly a guy that would be. He seems interesting.
Yeah.
With
So
Hurts.
give me 35-1 Dallas Goedert, and here's a fun way to play AJ Brown. There's two ways I like 25-1 to lead the yards in NFL receiving. I don't mind AJ Brown. I like AJ Brown. 60-1 to win the receiving triple crown.
Whoa.
So sorry, AJ Brown triple crown, 60-1.
60-1 AJ Brown triple crown. Now I believe he's right up there with those other top receivers. Yeah. I think that number is just a little bit out of whack. 23, he had 1,456 yards. He had almost 1,500 yards in 22. Last year, he played 13 games.
That's great. That's a great find.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to play it, but it's a great find.
And 11 touchdowns. I mean, he's right up there with those other receivers. It's not going to take much for him to rack up a Jamar Chase. He doesn't need it that way. So 60-1. Triple crown. AJ Brown said he wants to be. He says he believes he's the number one receiver in football, and he just wants to cement it or stamp it or some whatever.
He
bullshit.
seems locked in.
He does seem locked in, and there's so much talk about Jalen Hurts and his passing. I believe they're going to make it a focal point, and obviously defenses are going to be trying to stop Saquon. So.
So you have you have AJ Brown triple crown, Saquon over 275.5 receiving yards, and what was the other AJ Brown one, CJ?
Dallas Goedert to lead the East in touchdowns. Also AJ Brown 25 to 1 to lead the league in yards.
AJ Brown. So you like AJ Brown receiving yards or touchdowns for the league? You're going yards.
AJ Brown yards.
Okay.
Dallas Goedert touchdowns division.
Okay.
Triple crown. He's going to need the touchdowns as well. But
Yeah.
but it's triple crown.
Yeah, just throw it in there. Dallas Goedert, NFC East receiving touchdown leader, 20 or 30 to 1 on that. I do like the Dallas Goedert stuff. All right, for me, let's start with the win total ladder. Over 11.5 wins, plus 110. Over 12.5 wins, plus 200. Over 13.5 wins, plus 400. Smash them to win the NFC East at minus 135. This is just stealing at minus 135. Nolan Smith, long shot defensive player of the year. I got it at 100 to 1. I think you can still get like a 75 to 1. I saw recently. Shop around. I recommend getting the best price. I know some of our competitors recommend getting the worst price. I recommend always getting the best price. I've seen at least 75 to 1. And speaking of great price, Jalen Hurts to be the MVP, 23 to 1. We say, what is the formula for MVP? You got to be the 1 or the 2 seed in your conference, and you got to be the quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts qualifies. So you're going to be missing out if you don't have him. NFC champs at plus 370, and then of course, Eagles Super Bowl parentheses no jinx, which I gave out last year, which correctly hit.
Real quick before you wrap up, and shout out to your dad, Mr. Green from the Green Philly family, who gave a shout out to Birds Huddle, the great TV show.
Yes.
I looked it up, and it's a Birds Huddle can refer to 2 distinct concepts: a natural behavior of birds and a sports show about the Philadelphia Eagles. Which one was he referring to? That's on every night.
Yes, he does love.
Good show. I like what he said. Don't promote it. It's a good show.
Yeah, I don't know. We had Barrett Brooks on from Birds Huddle, and I don't even know if my dad watched that episode.
No,
I like Barrett better on his own show.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
he checked it out. Shout out to my dad. Appreciate him
was
hopping
amazing.
on. Shout out to Kramer for generating bulletin board material. Kramer,
Facts.
how many? And I was laughing earlier, and I kind of was teasing that I had some. How many wins do you think you're over? Because someone just DM'd me what your win total was, or how many wins you've given out, and we will do that as part of the division preview. Reconcile how many wins we gave out versus obviously there's only 272 games. You can only have so many wins. If you had to set a number, how many wins do you think you are off by?
So I purposely did not create the standings because I didn't want to have any clue. I was saying to CJ, I think I might be around 15 wins over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
So
chat, where do you think he's
272. So I think I'll be closer to 290, and I'll have a lot of work to do.
Then you had, and that's with the 0-17 Cowboys.
Yes.
Well, I think where I think I just let myself in the teams I was down on.
Yeah.
I let we did a better job this year of having a guest for every team. And
to pull within.
Just generally, unless the guest's a real downer, it ends up pulling a couple wins out. So you go from 5 to 7 wins.
Their optimism rubs off on you. But Vikings, we had a guest on Dom. I had no problem telling Dom Vikings are going to be 5 and 12.
Well, I like it's
Dom.
hope season. It's hope season. But I will say I'll be creating that later after this episode, and I'm very, very intrigued.
How many did you give the Giants?
The Giants, I believe, 12-5.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I think Giants, Jags, and Cardinals are where you may want to trim some fat.
More than double their win total handicap line. I like that.
You got to factor in the with and without a quarterback.
I'm not saying they can't do it.
Quarterback
I'm just saying
Abdul Carter's worth at least 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah. At least.
All right, great times as always. If you're watching live on YouTube, we will be back later tonight, 8:30 Pacific, breaking down Week 2 NFL preseason. Maybe we can put together another 30-1 round robin money line parlay. That was an awesome cash to get the bankroll going there for the preseason. Of course, any questions on the episodes, hit us up. Comments, you guys have been great. Send a bunch of comments over on Spotify. While you're there, toss us 5 stars. The comments help with the old algorithm overlord. So appreciate you guys checking in over there. Always enjoy hearing from you. If you're going to be at the Circa this weekend, come say hi. We'll be doing that show and a bunch of shows next weekend, contest weekend. CJ will be out there with us hanging out. There's a bunch of parties, the live shows, the VSiN. It's a great time. So come on out, say hi. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I'd like to leave you with some parting words from AJ Brown commenting on if the earth may actually be flat. Quote, have you ever paid attention to rockets when they take off? I want you to look up at rockets taking off and see the angle it takes off at. Why does it not go straight up in the air?
Big Dom thinks the same thing.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.